Day in March 2021. As you can see, I was a bit, perturbed there with, how final, the month of March is slowly becoming. And I think that we've got one more day and then we're going into April. Good morning to you once again and welcome to another wonderful time with your integrity station, Splash 105.5 FM. We're reaching you live from the big brown roof city called Ibadan, the capital of Oyo State. And we welcome you on your favorite breakfast show on radio. It's the Morning Splash, and I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. I'll be your host today. And I'm sure you enjoyed your time with Charity yesterday. I'll be hosting the program today, and we've got straight from the dailies. We'll be starting with looking at the stories making headlines in Nigerian newspapers. Sports Bang will be in the mix at 7:30 until 8 o'clock. And then I'm back again at 8 o'clock to 9 with Beyond the Surface. And it's going to be an interesting one today as well. Also going to be looking at this NIN registration as it continues. And there's going to be an expert who will be giving us details. So if you are still struggling with your NIN or know somebody who is charged, ask them to join us at 8 o'clock. All right, in the meantime, it is time for Straight from the Dailies. We've got loads of headlines, very interesting hot topics this morning, and of course we've got our analysts in the studio as well who will be dissecting and sharing their thoughts on the stories this morning. We've got Barrister Yomi Ogunlola who's joined me this morning. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, Nigeria. Ronke, good morning.
Great to have you back today. Hope you had a restful night.
Oh yes, it was pleasurable.
Thank God. All right, and hope you had a restful night too. Once again, thank you for joining me, and I'm sure you're itching to know what's in the papers this morning. Hey, so let's go. Let's start from the Tribune newspaper, where there's a lot of stories actually surrounding the 69th, birthday of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which took place in Kano. That alone, the venue of the gathering alone was something that was a hot topic, trending issue on social media. In the papers, if Nigeria breaks up, visas will be needed to move around, says Vice President Osinbajo. Also, Buhari to spend 2 weeks in London for medical checkup. We're back to take that. Also find the headlines. Unemployment, bandits competing with Nigeria in recruiting youths. That is coming from the celebrant Asiwaju. Also in the papers, despite tensions, we're better, stronger together, Buhari says. This is whilst he was also speaking at the 69th birthday of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. All right, also in the papers this morning, we've talked about the president spending 2 weeks in London. Gunmen hack one to death, injured two in Plateau. Here, federal government receives 255 stranded Nigerians from Saudi Arabia. That's also in the papers this morning. Let's move to the Vanguard newspaper here, where there's quite a few more interesting headlines. On the headline, updated, Buhari leaves Nigeria Tuesday for medical checkup in UK. So this is front page news across all of the newspapers. Everyone's talking about the president going to the UK for medical tourism. Colloquium, Ganduje and I represent Nigeria's unity. That is coming from Asiwaju. Also in the let's go to the Punch this time around. Also front page, Buhari leaves for London, medical holiday today as doctors set for strike. All right, so obviously a lot of people are not happy about this, but we'll talk about this in a moment. Nigerians tired of fasting, introduce stimulus, Tinubu tells federal government. This is also in the Punch newspaper this morning. And Buhari, National Assembly in closed door meeting over security vaccine budget. This also in the Punch newspaper. Oyo students vandalize vehicles as truck kills 4 Okada rider. A very sad one there. From Oyo State. All right, so, well, everyone's talking about the president going on medical holiday, medical tourism. And once again, I'm not sure why people are shocked. I mean, since he assumed office, he's always had time. And I guess coronavirus is what has sort of stopped him from traveling in the last year. We haven't heard of him actually going out of the country in the last year. Let's read the story. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors on Monday insisted on its plan to begin a nationwide strike on Thursday, saying the federal government was was not sincere in implementing agreements. The first vice president of the NARD, Dr. Arome Adejo, who spoke on behalf of the president of the association, Dr. Uyilawa, in an interview with The Punch in Abuja, said government failed to implement an agreement it reached with the doctors at a meeting held 3 weeks ago. The NARD first vice president stated this as the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Festus Keyamo, urged the association to put on hold its planned indefinite strike. He said the planned industrial action was deemed apprehended once negotiation had been opened with the union. But while the federal government was trying to convince the doctors not to go on strike, the presidency said the president would travel to London on Tuesday for medical treatment. Now, how are these doctors supposed to receive this kind of news, Barrister?
You see, Ronke, there is no doubt about it that denunciation will attend the news, and rightly so. There will be public condemnation of it. Buhari is 6 years in office. This is nauseous news. That 6 years after, despite all that we said then, no hospital in Nigeria to attend to whatever that ailment of his may be. And you see, to rub salt on the injury, it is at a time when doctors, the doctors who will attend to those
the
of
average
us
Nigerian, absolutely,
who cannot travel abroad to go and take treatment, are proposing a strike. You know, we have always said it. Nigeria is just one mess. It's just one contraption that cannot work. It would take more than a miracle for Nigeria to work.
But do we think that the presidency doesn't, do they not, I mean, a lot of people have said, oh, do they not have shame? I mean, is this not something that they think about? Or is it that they're so disconnected from the reality of the people? It is
nothing but improbity. It is nothing but improbity.
People have asked, would the Queen of England or what's his name in the UK, Prime Minister, come here to get Babalawo's...
Come to Nigeria, come and, you know, it's shameful. For a country we used to call the giant of Africa to be so dwarfed by its rulers. It is shameful. It's really shameful. Buhari should cover his eyes in shame. The entire presidency, the rulership of this country, because it just shows that we are not moving.
Right.
We are not moving. Yes, the boat is rocking, probably thanks to the bandits. But it is not moving. It's
such a shame because a few weeks ago there was news also where the president had made complaints about, you know, doctors. The reason why the medical health care system is faulty is because doctors are unfriendly to patients. And yes, we know that doctors, but did the president think about some of the things? For example, a lot of doctors are overworked. Some of them are underpaid, you know, and he gets to jet around the world whenever he has a headache.
As the president of the country who noticed that, what approach should he have taken? We train the doctors. Probably there are some things that need to be injected into their curricula. Has he discussed that with the Nigerian Medical Association? Has he discussed that? These are solvable problems if really they're there. But what we are saying now is the doctors are saying they're going to down tools. And do you know how many Nigerians would die if that happens? I would only appeal to the doctors to remember their Hippocratic oath. Because look, if we are thinking government all the time, our own job that we pride, that we take joy in, that gives us satisfaction, will suffer.
Absolutely. But if they always think about the Hippocratic oath and they are overworked, it's not even a matter of, oh, they're doing it on purpose, they want to go on strike. I mean, that's why we hear of certain misdiagnosis.
Can you imagine a country that is paying bandits hundreds of billions? Hundreds of billions. ASU will come with its own. You are not giving ASU money. You are not giving doctors money. You are not giving... I mean, so, and every day you hear government has made this much. This much money is with them. They want to spend this one on this one. priorities are not right. I said yesterday here, a country that budgeted about 100 billion for education, 36 states, including Abuja, and that same government is spending over 200 and something billion on what they call feeding program. You see, they love to make Nigerians beggars rather than teach them to fish. They like to give them fish.
Okay.
I mean, which parent will be happy? Which parent will be happy that it is government that is feeding my child or my ward?
All right. So, well, I'd like to know what your thoughts are. If you're home, you're trying to make your way to work this morning, or you're listening to us from wherever, I would love to hear your views. So you can tweet, you can text, and you can call as well. You can text or call 080-5699-8678 or 0809-155-1055, and of course we'll be reading your tweets as well. All right, also in the headlines this morning is this interesting news story as well. We're always getting some missing money somewhere, and I'm glad that this time it wasn't a snake or a monkey. In this case, the People's Democratic Party on Monday alleged that with the reported disappearance of a fresh 10.1 trillion naira from the National Treasury, it is clear that corruption is on daily autopilot under the present administration. This is contained in a statement issued by Kola Ologbondinyo, National Publicity Secretary, where it observed that the nation has again been jolted by reports in the public space that a whopping 9.6 trillion naira, that's about $20 billion, and another 500 billion naira belonging to the Treasury single account have been reported missing and allegedly diverted to the interests of the ruling All Progressive Congress. The party noted that this fresh 10.1 trillion naira scandal is beside the earlier 15 trillion naira reportedly stolen from various government agencies, including the stealing of 9.3 trillion naira as detailed in the leaked NNPC memo, bringing the sum looted in these cases to 25.1 trillion naira. The statement added, it indeed speaks volumes that while the Buhari presidency is claiming that it has no funds to finance the 2021 budget of 13.08 trillion naira, a humongous 10.1 trillion naira belonging to the nation is said to have disappeared into the thing. And I want to know, because I remember during the Jonathan era, leaders such as the British Prime Minister then was saying Nigeria is fantastically good, but all of a sudden even international leaders are quite silent on the corruption that's still ongoing. I don't know what is it. Is it because they are sort of allies with this administration, or what exactly? Why don't we have that much of a public outcry from international leaders like we did during Jonathan's era?
Yeah, you see, during Jonathan's era, I think what happened was the monopoly of the press by the opposition. All right, the monopoly of the press. The Nigerian press is highly monopolized by, members of the present crop,
All right.
Unlike, and if you look at it, PDP appears not to be so good in opposition. They appear to be not to be so good in opposition because a lot of things are happening, and this is why many are asking that question. There is money in this country, and yet we go a borrowing. Did you hear the story about Tanzania and what that great African leader did in that country, Magufuli?
Yes.
God rest his soul. Magufuli, embarked on so many projects in Tanzania without taking a single loan. Without taking a single loan. And yet, the giant of Africa goes cap in hand, this loan, that loan. When the APC was in opposition and PDP was in government, they came out. That was when we heard the humongous pay that senators are collecting in that house. In a country that is taking loans to finance projects, now they are there. Have you heard anything again about humongous pay? There. And so these are the things that people are looking at about this government. How sincere this government is, because it does appear that the government is not sincere. A lot of things are happening. People are stealing money. They continue to steal money. And what is happening? How many governors have gone to jail? Don't we all know what the governors perpetrate? Don't we all know where all our monies are going?
But is that because, it's not, we can't say that solely because of Buhari. Solely, there's a process which often sometimes we will say is frustrated.
That process If that process is being frustrated, the buck still stops at his table. Why is that process being frustrated? If, that's why I said, if they are sincere, if a judge is not doing his job, I will ensure that he leaves that seat as the president of the country, because I know the buck stops on my table.
Okay.
If the legislators are not doing what they should do, I will. There is a way I too will look. Right. It's politics now, isn't it?
Okay, Plato's joined us. Plato, do you think is that simple? Is it that simple?
When Barrister said that if a judge is not doing his job, I will ensure. Yeah. I had to look at Barrister again
because people now say, "Oh, he's coming again with."
We know that the NJC is general. There, so however much we know that there have been allegations against some judges, and up to now, for some time we've not had maybe for the Supreme Court justices that we've had serious investigations into it. So the process may not come so quick like that. And a quick one too on the Tanzania reference that Barrister made. I've read a lot of that too. And interestingly, let me clear that actually Tanzania also took loans. In fact, Chinese loans but then these are loans that are clearly spelled unlike, the way we have always
and those loans obviously improve the economy as opposed to
exactly. These are infrastructural loans.
I don't know about that.
In fact, the Chinese loan, one of the Chinese loan is in fact, at the point Magufuli was going to take up a loan and they had to renegotiate. So that. But then on why there seems not to be an international public outcry at the moment as against what we had during Jonathan. As of the time when the Boko Haram was going to kidnap the Chibok girls, they had become the fourth most dangerous terrorist group in the world. So that explains the background behind the public outcry. Now, interestingly, around that time too, there was also a similar kidnapping of boys in Mexico. So it created, and again, maybe because of the gender of those who were involved, so it created that needed what I'll call the public sympathy. One cannot also take away the place of the media and how the media played a vital role. And this was also an age when Twitter just started to trend, so people use that. Now, unlike what we have now, the Twitter community in Nigeria, for instance, is a highly polarized one. So for every hashtag you raise against something, there's always, a simultaneous hashtag raised for it. So it creates that disconnect with the international world. And again, maybe because the government has also been very smart, let me use that word, smart to downplay some of these things, particularly in terms of the banditry, which I call terrorism. The decision of this administration to keep referring to it as banditry makes it difficult for even the international community to come out and say, until you declare them as terrorist groups. And of course, we know that international standards for defining terrorist groups capture their actions, their modus operandi and the like. So maybe that also may explain why there's not been.
Let me make a clarification on my submission concerning those who are needed in the fight against corruption and what have you. Look, here in this country, we're always talking about the body language, isn't it? And I tell you, if that body language is translated to mean zero tolerance for corruption, I can bet my last kobo on it that it will come down the line. The line.
Right.
It will come down the line. It will come to the judiciary. It will come to the legislature. It will come everywhere. But because of the absence of sincerity, they know that they can always cut corners. If the president's son commits an offense, there is the way he will get away from it. So these are the problems we're having.
All right, let's take a short commercial break. It is straight from the dailies, and we're looking at the stories making headlines this morning. So when we come back, we're going to look at this event that happened in Kano, and some of the stories that came out from there. So we'll be right back. Don't go away.
I beg, I feel see careless 5K for there. For where?
Oh my careless 5K. Now EcoBank straight.
Stingy Men Association.
Hey, EcoBank Super Rewards don land o. Save 5,000 naira for your EcoBank account for 30 days or open new EcoBank account with 5,000 naira deposit and you fit be one of the 50 people wey go collect 25,000 naira awoof every week for 4 months. Plus, 4 people go win 1 million naira grand prize each. To gather more advantage, collect and link your EcoBank card to *326# or EcoBank Mobile. EcoBank Super Rewards. Now from March to July 2021. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
If only we could show you on radio our stylish new look. Amstel Malta. But since we can't, go to the nearest store to pick up some Amstel Malta. And for Team Fit fans, try the new Amstel Malta Ultra with no added sugar. New look Amstel Malta.
And new Amstel Malta Ultra with no added sugar. So good for you.
Amstel Malta. Be your best.
The Hallelujah Channel is back on DSTV and GoTV, and you can experience pure joy in the Lord's presence from the comfort of your home this Easter season. Connect with church services from the House on the Rock, KICC, Daystar, the Redeemed Christian Church of God, and more, and live broadcast on Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Enjoy live gospel music performed by Monique, Onos, Mike Abdul, Peter, Frank Edwards, and Tim Godfrey on the Rejoice segment on Sunday, 28th March and 4th of April from 3 p.m. Hosted by Shegun Obe. Tune in to the Hallelujah Channel and bask in His amazing grace from 8 a.m. on Sunday, March 28th to Monday, April 5th on DSTV Channel 197 and GoTV Channel 85. Stay connected to my DSTV app and my GoTV app.
When we say the new Maltina pineapple and vanilla taste like adventure, here's what we mean. You'll kit up like an action hero. Check yourself out in the mirror. And then, in slow-mo, you grab a chilled bottle of Maltina pineapple or Maltina vanilla and enjoy the tastespiration.
Own the flavor with the new Maltina Vanilla, Pineapple or Classic, and let the tastespiration fill you. Maltina, share happiness.
Oṣù Àbíyì, oṣù àpọ́nlé, oṣù ẹ̀yọ́nú tún ti dé o. Oṣù Ramadan tí gbogbo èèyàn máa ń jí fàfàmìàfàmìà lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba Allah pẹ̀lú ṣíṣe àwọn onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò lọ́lọ́kọ̀-ò-jọ̀kan yálà lóru àti lọ́sàn-án àwẹ̀ Ramadan. Ìyẹn lórí ìkànnì ọmọlúwàbí Splash FM 105.5 àti Lágẹ̀lú FM 96.7. Àsìkò rẹ̀ ó látún ti wá fagbọ̀n kọ́rẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba lékè ọlá pẹ̀lú ṣíṣe àwọn onígbọ̀wọ́ ètò bí oníṣẹ́jú 5, 10 àti 15. Bákan náà làǹfààní tún ṣí sílẹ̀ fún yín o láti kẹ́bùn wá fàmìàfàmìà fáwọn èèyàn láti máa fi ṣèfàjẹ́ lóru àwẹ̀. Ẹ tètè máa bọ̀ wá o sí ìkànnì ọmọlúwàbí Splash FM àti Lágẹ̀lú FM òkè gájòkè láti wá ṣòǹgbọ̀wọ́ àwọn ètò nínú lámàlánà yìí. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ pè Amir Lukman Tijani sórí nọ́mbà yìí 080-733-21933. Oṣù àwẹ̀ Ramadan tó wọlé dé yìí Ọlọ́run ọba ò ní dùn wá ládàá Allahumma àmín.
GoTV tún ti ṣe bẹ́bẹ́ o. Jígbí ni wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú rẹ̀. Jẹ̀gbádùn ẹ̀dínwó ìdá 22 lórí GoTV Max. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, tí o bá sanwó GoTV jọ̀ní fún ẹgbẹ̀rún 2,460 náírà. GoTV ó ṣàwọ́ sókè téńté lọ sí GoTV Max pẹ̀lú ìkànnì 45 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Abracadabra! Wọ́n máa jẹ̀gbádùn àwọn eré oníṣe India lórí Star Live, La Liga, eré bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá, Premier League, àwọn ètò Big Brother Naija lóríṣiríṣi lórí Africa Magic, Nigerian Idol, BET, Cartoon Network àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ̀dínwó tó dáa, ìfowópamọ́ tó bù àyà. Lóòótọ́, GoTV wà pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ digbí. Àwọn oníbàárà GoTV Max láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kẹta ò ní ìpín nínú ìpolongo yìí o. Ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà ṣá o. GoTV nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀.
Do you know you can study in Hungary and Cyprus with ease?
Yes, the representative of Istvan University in Hungary and European University of Levsk in North Cyprus are at your beck and call here in Ibadan, Nigeria.
These schools are in partnership with the Edu Consort of Ruscon Travels and Tours Limited, and over the years, several students have gained admission and visa to study and get their degree by leveraging on this partnership. Ruscon Travels and Tours Limited is your link to study in Istvan University in Hungary and North Cyprus European University of Levsk.
Two world-class universities with campuses located in a serene and friendly environment. You pay zero deposit and service charge until your visa is secured. For more inquiries, call 0816-932-9152. Again, 0816-932-9152.
Our office is at number 53 MKO Abiola Way, Ajegbe Bus Stop, Ring Road, Ibadan, Oyo State. On Facebook and Instagram at Ruscon Travels NG, Ruscon Travels and Tours. All right, let's go to Hungary and Cyprus for qualitative education.
It is time for celebration. 30 years busting with goodness. The challenge can never ever stop us. You can't underrate us. You can't underrate it. Busting with so much greatness. Enjoy our wonderful.
What say you they wait for? You no need to stress at all, at all. Say but don't take pause. Make we jolly they go. Even small picking, mommy, daddy, better life for you. Boya bruku tutu komaro. Sisi eko abeg no dey slow. Tani bank better life promo. You done dey for you. 30,000 what of give for 50 people every week. No dey sit down for your seat. Grab the opportunity. Send it better life promo. Send it bank account. Send it better life promo. Minimum of 5,000 naira. Send it better life promo. Send it debit card. Send it better life.
For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com/better life. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. It's not about how many chances you get. It's what you do with what you've got. Morning after morning, cup after cup. Start strong, finish strong. With the stimulating aroma and rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. It all starts with Nescafe.
Splash FM 105.5.
GoTV decoder will come with 1 month GoTV Jolly subscription. Don't drop from 8,400 naira to 6,900 naira.
All right, welcome back to Straight from the Dailies, where we have been looking at the stories making headlines in Nigerian newspapers. If you're just joining us, a good morning to you, and thank you for joining us as well. All right, we've taken quite a few stories. Missing 25 trillion naira, according to the PDP. They say Nigeria now, corruption now on autopilot. You can read that in the Tribune newspaper, as well as other interesting newspapers as well. All right, moving on to the event that everyone was talking about yesterday. That was Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu's 69th birthday. And quite a number of things came out from there. One of the things that came out was he talking about the reason why the event held in Kano. The national leader of the APC, who's also former governor of Lagos State, on Monday said the nation is competing with armed bandits and armed robbers to recruit army of unemployed youth in the country. This was, as he said, the country is under-policed and should recruit the youth in large numbers into the security and agricultural sector to defend and feed the nation. Tinubu stated this during his 12th colloquium organized in Kano State to mark his 69th birthday celebration. He said himself and the Kano State Governor Abdullahi Umar Ganduje represent the unity, peace and harmony of the country. Tinubu said the colloquium, which took place in Kano, has a political undertone to further cement the relationship of the country. Some people say it has a political undertone towards 2023. What are your thoughts, Plato?
Sincerely yours. I've always avoided saying this, but I would say it nonetheless. Whether by error of omission or commission, I do not even see Tinubu standing for election in 2023. Not even on the platform of APC. Okay. Sincerely yours.
Why?
Rather, I see a political ploy of using him as a whipping boy for another candidate, which is the vice president. And so I intentionally see this whole attention being drawn, this magnetic attention being drawn to him as a ploy by the ruling party or his own, political class to ensure that the vice president is shielded from any attention whatsoever you think of. And the reasons are simple. Number one, the current president is a Muslim.
Yes.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Muslim. We understand how this thing plays a very major role in Nigeria.
Okay.
That's one. Two is that there is a strong ploy by a particular segment of the North, seeing him as a major threat. And so they would want to go for the queue. And of course, we've seen that the initial attempt was to go for the queue with the vice president. And then would he survive it? So I guess they came up with a plan that, well, he would not survive it. So let's have a whipping boy who we draw the attention to while he... And so you've not heard the vice president talk so much. Neither have you seen attacks on him on social media. And all the attacks have been directed at one man. Now, for maybe I'm acting surreal,
right.
But then this is just what it seems.
You just don't think it's...
I don't. Now, on what was discussed in Kano, as much as I'm less interested in wherever the meeting holds, because for me it is inconsequential.
Okay.
It's a birthday party of a private individual, and yes, discussions may be raised about issues bordering on Nigeria's issues within the country at the moment. And of course, look at the suggestions he has made. Oh, we should recruit more people. And I see it as just as what we have seen with others too, as scratching the surface. Is the problem of Nigeria just a Lagos Kano problem? If you say that you and Ganduje represent the unity of this country, it also speaks to the phony unity we keep resting on. Does Kano represent the North?
Yes, but on the other hand as well, Plato, how many people, a lot of people would laud this because, yes, I mean, the fact that we have had this more fragmented unity and whatever, our body has been a bit more. So the fact that, a Yoruba man is going to do something in Kano, yes, that may not represent the whole of Nigeria, but for a lot of people, they say this speaks volume.
You know, if you have followed what happened in APC since 2015, if there has been anyone who has stuck his neck out for Bola Ahmed Tinubu since 2015, it has been Ganduje. So if you are now having a meeting there, and the more reason you have also not seen that serious contention that has always been, the norm between Lagos and Kano in recent time.
Right.
Because of that closeness. And of course, you have also seen, as much as the Tinubu family is also close to the Sanusi family, you didn't hear them say anything when the former emir of Kano was removed. So there are a lot of things that go into this. But like I said, 2023, as I always say, 2023 is just around the corner because it's no longer far away. And we know that Nigeria's politics, election starts the day an election is after an election is conducted.
Right.
So Nigerians should be on the red alert. And I hope that we are not going to buy a no-testing product again. Yes, because I've always said this. You remember that I've said this since 2015. 2011, Nigerians were fooled by the old talk of I have no shoes. 2015, Nigerians allowed themselves to be fooled by I will fight corruption. And 2019, Nigerians allowed themselves to be fooled by, it's a next level, or whatever the mantra of Atiku Abubakar, was at that time. 2023. Again, I hope that the Ensasians, and I call it Ensasian because those who, are strong advocates of the NSAS movement who also see it as okay. It will be it will be a ground for us to build on, saying no to an era of gerontocracy would now come to life. I hope that these Ensasians would not also be the ones carrying the toga of I am for Paul, I am for Apollo.
But we know that's what will definitely happen. Everybody's going to pick a side and...
Now you just broke my heart.
Well, I'm just trying to be realistic. But Barrister, what are your thoughts?
Yes. So, I don't know whether Tinubu just woke up from slumber.
Okay.
But I see what he is saying as really spurious.
What part of what
everything that he said, the concern he expressed, as far as I am concerned, they're spurious. If you look back to what happened in NSAS, what did he do? Was that not the same man who was asking where was the cow? Was that not the same man who escaped when it really mattered? Is it not the same man who kept mute when Amotekun was being formed in the southwest? Somebody who is claimed to be representing the Yorubas. Is it not the same person who has been so quiet about the killings that have been going on in the southwest? Is that not the same man who according to Sunday Igboho, sent messages to Sunday Igboho to relax? Yes, because he wants to contest for presidency. Let me tell you the magic that is happening. You see, the Hausas, the Fulanis, they know something. Nigerians are being highly critical of their own children. So it is a test. Because they know that Tinubu is a man whose records, don't let me use the word that is coming to my head.
Yes, let's keep it.
Sure, you understand? And they know something. They know that cosmopolitan Yorubas, 21st century Yorubas, will not tolerate what they condemn in others, in their own people.
Right.
They have thrown him open to us. They know Yorubas will finish him. Because Tinubu is not a man that can come out and speak to Nigerians, particularly the Yorubas.
Barrister, people still yearn to hear what he has to say. No, even those who are most critical of him keep asking, why is he not talking?
Exactly.
Because, for me, it sounds self-contradicting. If you say that this man
was quiet,
has an opinion,
speaking, and then, which really just,
You see, look, let me tell you, there are so many things that are involved in this. And people are looking at us, particularly the people in the north.
Right.
What manner of people are they? But they know us. They know we will not keep quiet. What we will not tolerate in others, we will never allow amongst our own. We will never. Yorubas will never allow it.
Well,
I can assure you of that. So they know what they are doing.
I've seen people just sway, especially during election. If 1 minute people are saying, "Oh, this can never happen," the next minute,
let me
all
tell
of us, someone sells some PR.
Let me tell you, there is a proverb. There is a Fulani proverb that says, "No matter how a Fulani man loves his cockerel, it will finally land on his dining table." They know what that, like Plato rightly said, they are scheming their own. But for now, they know that this man has a huge volume of, this wealth or resources or whatever, unaccountable for. Let us take some.
But somebody made a point yesterday. When they showed the crowd that was, in Kano that came out for Ashiwaju, and they say some of you are on Twitter, some of you are here on radio talking. Those are the people that are voting, not the people in the radio stations or people on Twitter saying.
Don't be deceived by it.
Okay.
I can assure you, because look, it is only when he is acceptable here that it can be acceptable there.
Barrister, Obasanjo was not accepted here.
Obasanjo's own was a military thing. I can assure you it was a military thing.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Now,
Let's involve the people at home. Let's involve our listener. All right, listener, if you're there, would love you to call in real quickly. I haven't got too much time, but want to squeeze in as many people as possible. So let's keep it simple. Let's keep it short. Go straight to the point. Of course, let's keep it polite as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Barrister. I want to talk to this easy.
All right, well, let's... Okay, I hope we're not having issues with this line this morning. Okay, all right. Number to call is 080-5699-8678. You can also text to that number real quickly. And then, of course, you can tweet. This tweet, let me go to Twitter real quickly. Adeyemi at Cardinal T says, good morning. I agree with the analysts in the studio for the top-notch analysis. May God continue to enrich their wisdom. The speech made in Kano about the problem of unemployment and solutions really lacked newness of ideas and substance. It's really cheesy. All right, let's go ahead. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Adiroke.
Hello, Reverend Koye.
Good morning, my dear. Good morning, Barrister. Good morning, Plato.
Good morning, Reverend.
I was full of laughter when Barrister was making comments about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Why? Because I know he's not a fan of Asiwaju. But unfortunately, I am a great fan of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I congratulate him for his birthday. And I want to appeal to our KBC, most especially Ikuba Bayeye and Oni Ogunwusi. There is a vacuum of leadership in the title of Asiwaju of Yoruba land. Bola Tinubu has done so much for the Yoruba race politically. He has emancipated Yoruba nation. He has raised and trained a lot of people, successful leader for the future. This man must be given the title of Asiwaju of Yoruba, not Asiwaju of Lagos. I'm appealing to our KBC, most especially Baba Ikubabayeye, and Oni Ogunwusi of the source. They bring together all other Yoruba obas and let us put the cap on who it fits. Asiwaju Bola Tinubu should have a place to lead the Yorubas. As I'm closing, I want to continue to see Asiwaju as Asiwaju of Yoruba and a Nigerian elder statesman. I don't want to see him as Nigerian president. Good morning.
Thank you very much, Reverend Koye. All right, let me go back to the tweets real quickly. Shitu Hakim says the truth is that since 1999, there's never been a government that's been so corrupt, cruel, and deceitful as the present one. The profession in all areas of life. They are professionals in all areas of life. Today's subsidy is called under recovery. Terrorists are called banditry. PMS keeps increasing, etc. A lot of it, Lori Iro. All right, Tosin says, the mistake I made was to believe in Buhari's fight against corruption. Corruption is the order of the day in the administration. That's why I'm clamoring for sensitization of the populace. Ronke, Charity, Plato and Barrister, please use your platform to help. Gas says, terrorism definition always has an ideology that holds them together. What's the ideology that holds bandits such as kidnappers and armed robbers together? Boko Haram ideology falls into terrorism. Detail for IPOP. Kidnappers and armed robbers need money, not ideology. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Yeah, this is Oduayo.
Oduayo, good to have you here this morning. Go ahead, please.
Please, I don't know. The way sometimes when these demand are just coughing talk, I always surprised. The same way he fight for Buhari when he wants.
Okay. All right, let's get him back real quickly on the line. Just hang on there for us. Hello? Okay, yes.
Okay,
go ahead.
Yeah, the same way we fought Ekli Buhari to campaign in 2014, 2015, 2019. Now we are seeing what Buhari is doing to us. See where it's taking us to. Then now he's come out to go and be saying we should make that man a Yoruba, for Yoruba. Because when they are killing our people in Lagos, we keep quiet. When bandits are killing us here, kidnapping, raping our women, we keep silent. Now because he went there kind of for his own ambition to become somebody in Nigeria, which will not work with US men. So these people like this man should stop calling on radio and stop making people, taking people for granted.
All right, thank you very much, Adoyo.
I don't know, Ronke. You see, I'll just chip in something.
Okay, just 2 seconds.
On what? Yes, on
Okay.
what Reverend Koye said. I am very sure the people that will battle him will battle him.
But I think it's also different.
Nobody builds a
castle
castle on lies.
Well, it's
nobody. No Yoruba leader will be allowed.
It's all
the
about
one who built on lies.
Let's begin to ask
falsehood.
ourselves: who are Yoruba leaders? How do you define Yoruba leaders?
I don't know.
How do you define Yoruba leaders? I'm not for Tinubu, neither am I against him. But then, if you say you want to, for those who have been critical of him, you cannot deny his monumental impact. For those who are supporting him, you cannot deny his monumental hubris. So it falls on both sides.
Right, absolutely. All right, I mean, the kind of crowd.
I want to even ask you, Ronke, because it appears this APC-led administration is violating the law. Have they opened campaign for 2023 elections?
No.
So what is this one that we are getting now?
Well, he did not say he's contesting.
He didn't say
what are they doing? Have you not seen everything? Are you not seeing everything that is going around?
Okay, let's go back to Twitter. Joel Lokwe says, I don't have an issue with PNB jetting out to UK, but you should have at least resolved the doctor's issues before going on a medical trip. I sincerely beg the doctors to continue with negotiations in the interest of the masses. God bless Nigeria. Tekuzuki says, anytime I hear about doctors' strike, I remember the wife of a friend that died of typhoid during one of such strikes in the past. For the president to now be traveling for a medical checkup at such a time reflects this government as being insincere. Let's take one real quickly. I know my studio manager wants to throw me up. Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name, please?
Hello?
Hello, good morning. We can hear you. Can you hear me?
Is that Flash FM?
Yes, it's Flash FM. Go ahead, sir.
Is that Flash FM?
Okay. All right. So that was supposed to be our last call, but I'm not sure if we'll be able to take what my phone. Okay, I think I have a couple of messages here. Let me rush through them. Hello, good morning. Good morning. You've got 1 minute. What's your name, please?
Okay.
All right. Hello, Mr. Okel. Go ahead, sir.
It's surprising that even in our people who are not in the bus, use that word. How can somebody that thinks that has to argue that is free to believe that Yoruba? Is it because of the political interest that you have to make it the good to the government or confusing the brother? Is that kind of a person that will follow? That is not what we want in Yoruba. So if as many as want to be made as you want of Yoruba, maybe you want that in charge, not in the Yoruba land. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate that. All right, let me rush through the text. This says, Ronke, please tell Barrister to be calming down when he's talking about Tinubu so that he will not have blood pressure. This text also says, Barrister should please wake from his sleep. Hatred cannot take us anywhere. Show us another Yoruba that can hold that Ashiwaju title.
I don't hate anybody.
Okay.
I don't hate anybody.
Okay, Barrister, 1 second. Good morning. The important lesson from Tinubu's visit to Kano is we should engage our youth in productive ventures so they won't be recruited by terrorists and unscrupulous politicians. Presently, Nigerian youths are lost morally. All right, thank you, Charles. And finally, this text says, Baba Bubu will be handing over to VP Oshibaju. Baba Lagos at 69, Baba Bubu 77, Tribal West 49. They all have one thing in common, football age. That's a good place to end it today on Straight from the Dailies. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Barrister. Thank you, Plato.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. We're going to be on the surface at 8. Spreads Bang is up next. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa.
Splash FM 105.5.
Kí ló dé tó dá sí pọ́ọ̀tù bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn? Ó yẹ kó kọ́kọ́ kan ní kẹ́.
Ta ló sọ yẹn?